What's up, Multiverse Seb here, and today we're back for more medieval fantasy RPGs. So, last episode we met this cleric girl named Narisa, and now she will be joining us on our quest. So, let's just continue with our story. All is quiet near the Temple of Eternal Love. Dawn has still not broken. There is faint light coming from some of the higher temple windows, although no movement. From across the street, you and Narisa discuss your options. We cannot assume them wicked, Narisa whispers. They may not know what evil lurks in their temple, and they are being used as unwitting shields. I propose we do what is simple and knock on the front door. If they dare lie, Aletheia will tell me. Unless there is the god of deception, you counter. I think it is best we not speak our mind, lest they murder us. And as for the front door, I say we find a more creative entrance. You won't have us break in like common thieves? And what if they catch us? What will they do then? You said that we are scouting, you argue. Well, how is knocking on the front door and announcing our quest going to accomplish anything other than to give them fair warning? I did not come here to do my enemy a favor. Narisa sighs. I concede your point, however, it remains that we are not experienced burglars, and this is not some barn you wish to break into. Let fate decide, you say as you pull an old copper coin from your pocket. Narisa shrugs and chuckles. A tossed coin? Very well. Aletheia has given me no promptings on this matter. Perhaps she will guide your coin. What Narisa does not know is that you know a simple magic spell, little more than a trick really, that enables you to decide what side of coin comes up. Which do you choose? Okay, so I will be cheating with the toss coin. Okay, so our choice is either knock on the front door or find a creative way in. Well, knocking on the front door, yeah, we're supposed to scout basically, so let's just find a creative way in. We do, we do it your way then, Narisa whispers when she sees the result of the toss coin. I can ask Aletheia to grant us protection from evil possession. However, the protection will only last a few minutes, and I can cast it but once per day. You have encountered this evil spirit. Do you expect it to attack as we approach? Oh, okay. It may it may take some time to get in, and longer still to find the beast. It will be wise to save the spell, you say. Gorgon's ring protects you from the city seers, which has likely kept you free since your escape from the dungeon. You doubt, however, that the ring offers protection against possession. Wards on items are typically very specific. Well, burglars, how shall how shall we enter? Perhaps you could climb the ivy up to one of those balconies. I have a rope you could throw down to me after you make the climb, says Narisa. You carry a rope? You do not? I thought you fancied yourself an adventurer, she says with a half smile. Oh, and why must I climb? Do I look like a cat to you? You ask. Chivalry. She is frowning now. Ha! You are more a knight than I. Of the two of us, you wear the armor. You protest. Precisely. How can I climb with all this weighing me down? She motions at her body. Well, she does have a point. Well, I have a spell that will allow me to climb like a spider, you say thoughtfully. Although, would they not expect an intruder to enter by the balcony? My guess is that they have taken precautions we cannot see. There might be a door along the side of the or back walls of the temple. A secret evil cult might want a secret back exit. Narissa shrugs. I see only a smooth wall. If you have a way to find a hidden door, it is worth the try. Otherwise, we will look rather conspicuous running our hands along the temple as though massaging a horse. What do you do? Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I have a. Hmm. Should we look for a secret door? Maybe we should look for a secret door. I think it would be less conspicuous if we act as though we are a married couple. Shall we hold hands as we inspect the fine craftsmanship? He suggests. No! Nerissa chuckles. You have not seen her laugh before. It is very nice. There is no way to search a long wall inconspicuously. It is best that we simply work fast. Okay. And so the two of you trot down to the wall and begin running your hands along the smooth marble, feeling for cracks or indentation. My key, it will vibrate near a lock, you realize. Okay, maybe I actually picked the right choice. You pull out the master key and gently slide it along the wall as you walk. Finally, on the back of the temple, the key vibrates. Here, you whisper excitedly. The two of you inspect the wall closely, but can see nothing unusual. You decide to follow the intensity of the key vibration to home in on the lock. After some time of careful sliding and prodding, the key goes into the wall. As soon as it is in, the outline of a door appears. Hidden under a powerful illusion, you say with a satisfied smile. The door opens to darkness. Nerissa lights a lantern and enters first. The air stinks of rotting meat. Like the outer wall, the hallway is made of polished granite. The door shuts behind you as though sensing you are inside. With some trepidation, you move forward. Suddenly, there is a snarl, and out of the darkness springs a gray-skinned man with a manacle around his neck with a chain trailing behind. Its body appears to be rotting. Oh, a creepy looking guy. Is he dead? An undead? Or just a creepy old guy? The man, or monster as it were, charges straight at Narissa and tries to grab her. However, she twists out his grasp. What do you do? Well, Narissa's a big girl, she can't handle herself. Oh, there's an option actually. Let Narissa handle it. Let Narissa handle it, I guess. But I'm actually scared that she might. But I might hit her. Let's see if no. See, see, she's a big girl. She can handle it. Plus, she has an armor of her own. So let's see. Nerissa seems to have discovered. S- step, step back out of its reach. Oh, step back out of its reach. It's on a chain. We coach from behind. She does as you suggest and retreats while battling the thing's claws away with her mace. As you both approach back up to the secret door, the chain goes taut and the thing can no longer pursue, no longer having to fight defensively. Nerissa steps forward and starts swinging hard at the creature. It stupidly strains against the chain. Nerissa finally connects with the head of the thing, sending gore against the side. Oh, okay, does she I have to do that. The monster falls to the floor and lies motionless. Narisa bashes it on the ground several times, sending more grisly debris all over. Okay. I hate ghosts, she says, panting. Is that what that was? Temple of Eternal Love, Neville's cat. There is no love there, you exclaim as you point to the ghost's body. Is this not grounds for getting reinforcement and storming this place? It does not speak well of this temple, she answers. Not speak well? There lies a monster, raised from the dead, chained up as though a guard dog. While our clerics are spread out due to reports of much evil in the city, since we are in here now, let us take a look around to better understand our enemy. You do not argue you do not agree rather do not agree with the need for more investigations. However, you gradually follow her lead. Narisa finds a door leading out into a torch-lit hall. There are voices nearby. The two of you creep along the hall, which leads to a balcony overlooking a large ceremonial chamber. Below are people, or so you presume, wearing long yellow robes and smooth purple mask. Most of them are prostrated before a blood-stained altar. Atop the altar is a woman who is tied and gagged. You recognize the young woman as Saiba. There you are, Saiba. Oh, Saiba, bound helpless again. Yes, Saiba, helpless again. You would shake your head in disgust if the situation did not look so dire. For only a few feet above the struggling and crying woman floats the shadow, its red, blurry, and shifting eyes regarding its prey. Now that you have time to better study this phantom in good lighting, you recognize it. Okay, we're back to this guy. The malevolent spirit from Castle Inverness. I thought we escaped it. Although this phantom has no mouth, you recognize the icy voice that now speaks. You will give me a true body. No longer will I be a guest here. You will merge me with the soul of one born to this world. You will make this offering. No, no. Who will make this offering? I will, my lord. One of the figures steps forward and reverently takes off his robe and mask and sets it before the altar. It is a man in gleaming plate mail armor. Baron Tartu. You look over and meet Narisa's eyes. Evidently, she is just as surprised as you. The congregation begins chanting, swaying, and protesting themselves before the altar. The chanting is in a combination of Infernal, the language of nightmare dimensions, and Mardit, an even older language seldom used now outside of the most ancient of beings, such as dragons, angels, demons, and the like. You do not know these well, and languages well, and so can only understand bits and pieces. However, it appears to be sacrificial ceremony to the god of the undead, Nerul. God of the undead, damn it. At one point, the Baron stands up, brings a scroll up, and addresses the shadow directly. And roll set it, Duardenet, Lakinia, Walat. The Baron keeps intoning name after name in Mardit. You look over and meet Narisa's frightened eyes. So obviously she understands what you just realized, that this shadow is no mere ghost or dark poltergeist, but a demon. It is the structure of the name that gives it away. A litany of names really. The first denoting the demon, the second name that of the demon's master in the abyss, and then its master's master, on and on up to the supreme demon lord. Yeah. You're basically the assistant manager, the manager. the CEO, whatever. Finally, the Baron finishes the full name of the beast and says, "We invite you to our world." He then points to Saiba on the altar. "We offer this flesh. We ask you to join the soul within, to band to our world until the end of time." Having finished this intonation, the Baron climbs the dais, picks up a jewel encrusted dagger, cuts Saiba's bare thigh. Don't hurt Saiba, come on. Puts the dagger back on the altar and begins licking and sucking at the wound. Ew. Another member of the congregation steps forward and removes mask and robe to reveal a nude woman who you recognize as the wife of wealthy local merchant. Ooh, nude. Tattooed on her back is the mark of Naru. She picks up the dagger, cuts Saiba's arm, and begins sacking the wound. Another member, a guild master of much repute, disrobes to reveal Naru's mask on his naked body as well. He follows the same ritual as the others. What the? What kind of kink is that? Some kind of weird orgy they're having. Perhaps the children of Nerul and the Temple of Eternal Love are one and the same, you wonder. The sucklers interrupt their feeding from time to time in order to dab some blood on their fingers and finger paint symbols on around the altar. Meanwhile, Saiba struggles against her bonds and cries into her gag. Poor Saiba. "Murderous villains!" Narisa yells. The ritual stops and the entire congregation looks up. "What did you do, Narisa?" Apparently, Narisa could not stand by and watch this woman be bled to death. You respect her courage and morality, but not so much her tactical instincts. Yeah. Hmm. But yeah, we have to save Saiba at some point. The demon's red eyes fix on the two of you. Narisa says a short prayer and puts a hand on your shoulder. Tingling spreads throughout your body. "Stay near me and you will be protected by Aledia," she tells you. The demon streaks towards you at a terrific speed, but stops several feet away as though he had struck a wall. Yeah, force field. "I am your vessel, my lord," the Baron proclaims up to the demon with outstretched arms. The shadow dives down into the Baron's armored body. Immediate, body. Immediately, the Baron glares up at you and shouts, "Bring them to me." The Baron then leaps onto the wall and begins climbing toward you like a spider. Oh, Spider-Man. "Why do we stand here? Run!" you shove Narisa. "Cover the exit below. I will guard those above," shouts the demon-possessed Baron. The two of you dash towards the way you came in, but you can hear many footsteps coming from that direction. They have cut you up without thought to where you're going. You run together down a long hallway with many doors. Your pursuers are not in sight, but you can hear their shouts all around. What do you do? Wait, what's going on? So wait, I can't find the two of you dash towards the way you came in, but you can hear many footsteps coming from that direction. Let's just hide for a while. Let us let us hide in one of these rooms, you say, pointing at a nearby door. The two of you enter what appears to be a storage room for food and other supplies. There are sacks of grain and crates piled up along the walls. You both squeeze behind a wall of crates and wait. Crate and wait. It rhymed. The two of you barely breathe as you listen to the sound of boots running back and forth. At one point, you hear the door open and someone walk in. They quickly leave. A few minutes later, you hear. Oh, now what? A few minutes later, you hear. Set them loose! Shouted from somewhere. Set. Set what loose? Set what loose? You asked Nerissa in a whisper. She shrugs. In any case, we will need to attempt an escape. Eventually, they shall search more thoroughly, room by room. Not if they think we have already escaped the temple and are searching the city. You respond, what do you do? Well, feel like those are like hellhounds that will sniff us out. So make a break for it. Life decreased by 2. At least I have 12. The two of you creep out from your hiding place and listen to the door. At the door. It is quiet out now. There is a slight creaking noise as you open the door. The two of you try your best to creep down the hallway, but Narisa's armor makes more noise than you will like. Damn it, Narisa. Suddenly you hear a slithering noise and look over to see what looks like a corpse sprinting towards you from a side hallway. The slithering noise is from a long unattached chain manacled around the monster's neck that is dragging behind over the marble floor. Go! Narisa gasped. You try to duck behind the armored Narisa, but the thing grabs you and tears into your arm with a nasty teeth. Since the goal is now latched onto you, Narisa has an easy enough time beating on the thing with her mace. Soon its head is carved in and it lies motionless on the floor. Damn, imagine if I have Narisa on one side and Reginald on the other. Like I have two bodyguards. Grip, gripping your bleeding arm, you continue down the hall. There is a stairway going up and a stairway going down that you think will lead you out the front doors. Unfortunately, you hear movements down there. You peek over the banister and see three robed figures. You suspect there might be more still, since one of them appears to be speaking to someone out of your line of sight. From somewhere above, you hear a faint footfalls of boots on marble. Behind are many shouts and the sound of stomping boots. You must act fast. The, the demons walk above. By my goddess honor, I will go meet him. Are you with me? She whispers in your ear. Suicidal cleric, you think. There is a window nearby. As a third option, you could throw yourself through the window and cast a spell to break your fall. This is certainly the closest means of escape, but unfortunately, it means living. I don't think I don't think we're ready to fight the demon yet. So let's just convince her to fight downstairs. You grab hold of Narisa's arms and say, "If we die, the truth of this place is lost. Come." You grab hold of Narisa's arms and say, "If we die, the truth of this place is lost. Come." She seems to see the reason in your words, for she reluctantly follows you down the stairs. As you descend into the huge entrance hall, you see a total of 5 of the enemy holding hands in a circle. All of them are wearing the long yellow robe and purple mask except for the one you recognize as the wealthy merchant's wife. Evidently, she did not bother putting her robe and mask back on since you interrupted the ceremony. She sees you first and shouts out. She then starts a dark prayer. Yeah, well, she's naked. Oh, well, do I have a boost of stats? I have some. So let's use, I guess, let's use, how many are they? Five? Yeah, let's use Fan of Flames. Area of effect. When you absolutely positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room except the substitute. Okay, 1 point. Yeah. Burn, motherfucker, burn. Well, two lines. Yeah. You charge down the stairs to get in range of your spell. On the way down, the merchant's wife points at you and utters a curse. A sizzling dark ray shoots from her finger and hits you in the hip. Painful cold shoots through your body. There they go, hitting you with their soul-sucking dark magic again, just like back at the castle in Venice. Before any of the other cultists can react, you're in range and you release your spell. Fire jets out of your fingers, batting them all in flames. They scream and fall to the ground, burning that yeah, burn, motherfucker. Just then, there are shouts from the stairway above. Oh, okay. The two of you sprints to the front door, which, of course, are locked. Thankfully, your magical key takes care of that, and the two of you are off running into the dawn light as dark bolts of chilling energy zip past your head. You hear shouts, damn it. You hear shouts from behind, and then a loud bell chimes from somewhere. Gods, they master the city itself against us, you ask. So it will seem. Nerissa answered between breaths. We must make haste to my temple. There, a strong merchant, perhaps we can stow away in his cart. An old nag pulls that cart. Do we not want a more expeditious retreat? Expeditious retreat? You ask. What do you do? Let's just ask Nerissa. Uh, what? Damn it. Tree? Yes. Should just have kept running. Yes, perhaps you should give the man a few gold coins for his trouble, you suggest. Nerissa gives you a dubious look as though wondering why you are volunteering her money. Yo, why won't we just. I have 12 golds. We could maybe give him 2. However, she does not waste time with questions, and neither does the merchant when the proposition is made. Stowed under the straw, the two of you are bounced along on the cobblestone street without shocks or spring. Medieval wagons are no fun to ride in, despite the noise of the wagon wheels against cobblestones beneath. You hear heavy hoof beats come up along the cart. Someone shouts a question, presumably to the merchant, asking whether he has seen a man and a cleric of Aletheia on this road. Why? There are 2 of that sort under my straw, good man. What the frick? The merchant says. Neville's cat, that no good merchant, turns us in at the slightest provocation. Of course, what can you expect from someone who takes a bribe so readily? If I have the chance to, you merchant dude, if I have the chance, you leap out of the straw dagger in hand. It's a knight on a war horse, probably one of the demon worshippers, without his costume on. In any case, you're no match for this guy, and he knows it. The knight turns his horse around and swings his sword. You jump back out of reach as the blade whistles past your throat, as though knowing full well that his rider wants to get close enough to kill you. The horse clubs around the cart and the knight takes another swing. Again, you jump back, but not quite fast enough this time. The tip of the blade slices through your shoulder. Just then, as though she had been watching for just the right moment, Nerissa springs out of the straw, up of the cart, and swings her mace down on the knight's helm. Clang! The knight goes down as the warhorse snorts and starts kicking. The two of you jump off the cart and flee as the straw merchant looks on. Ugh. Should have at least get our money back. Fortunately, the merchant did get you some distance from the temple before betraying you, and so you are able to melt into the city without further pursuit. As you hurry through the increasing morning traffic toward the temple of Aletheia, you lean over to Narissa and whisper, "Did you notice the marks of Nerul on those in the temple?" Narissa nods. "The temple of eternal love is the temple of Nerul, the goddess of the undead, right under our noses all these years," she says thoughtfully. "It actually makes sense. The name Temple of Eternal Love. I mean, how so, you ask? Do you not know how Nerul became the goddess of the undead? So Nerul, so Nerul is a goddess. Thought it's a guy name." You shrug in response. "It is said that in times long forgotten, Nerul was a great queen of men. As is typical of many rulers, she took many lovers, but eventually fell deeply in love with a knight named Flarian of Bryson. Sir Flarian was not the highest born, but he possessed courage, strength, and purity of heart beyond all others. Having finally found a worthy man, the Queen Nerul consented to marry. However, on the morn they were to be wed, Bahal, the demon lord who despises above all the happiness of mortals, entered this world. It is said that Nerul had made a deal with Bahal long ago, her soul, in exchange for a long, prosperous rule. Well, her absolute rule was about to end, and the demon planned to collect, but first, the demon visited Valorant Flarian in his chamber and offered to spare Queen Neryl's soul in exchange for Florence. Flarian, being the man he was, consented to the deal, and Baals made off with the great knight's soul. Neryl was beside herself with grief, rage, and guilt. Exactly what the demon intended. Neryl focused her considerable fortune and power upon finding magic to bring her true love back to her. Eventually, she spawned the darkest of magic, necromancy. She summoned countless souls to our world, filling corpses of the crypts and graveyards, desperately searching for the one. "She was the first necromancer?" you ask. "Indeed, those souls she did not use to swell the ranks of her undead armies. She fed on to gain more power. She never aged, never needed food, drink, or rest. One day, after many centuries, she simply vanished. Legend has it that she searches still for Flarian, her eternal love, in the endless multiverse." Yeah. To think that from love Such horror could emerge, matter. A demon delights in nothing so much as turning love to blasphemy, Nerissa says. Love to blasphemy? You think, what of my brother Reginald? Could I have could I have been the one to slay him? Aww. The thought is painful and taxes your steps, all the more because deep inside you know it is true. Do you unburden yourself to Nerissa? What will she do? Is she not your only friend now? You fear she may turn against you if she knows the truth. Uh, I think if I remain silent, this will backfire, so let's just tell her. Moral increases by 2. Hope I did make the right choice. Nerissa, I fear it was I who killed my friend Reginald. I cannot remember it, but inside there is a part of me, a darkened corner of my soul that is certain. Your voice trembles. I have known this, Nerissa whispers back. I have also known that such an act was not by your will. By my hand. It was by my hand. You gasp for air. Nerissa takes you by the arm and leads you off the main road. There, she gently pulls your head onto her shoulder. I slew him. I, s- no, I slew him. I slew a brother. You saw. The gods know you are no murderer. You are brave and good. The demon is only a guest here. It needs the flesh of another to do its bidding. Few can resist. I should have beaten him. Your voice trails up. The demon, Unrule is his name, surely spent a great deal of power to possess an intellect such as yours and turn you against your most basic nature. Why? Why not subvert the soul of another man more cheaply bought? As I have said, the demons delight in turning the best of men. However, you serve a further purpose, a scapegoat. Indeed, such a beast does not belong in this world, and thus to thwart the ever-present pull of the abyss, he must expend a great deal of power harvested by crushing souls. As I am a wizard, I made a plausible killer. Evil wizards often crush souls, you say. Indeed, many once respected wizards have fallen to such temptation. Even those of my order sometimes turn to more immediate means of power, Nerissa says. And so that explains why Unrule helped me escape the dungeon. He needed to continue to kill, and I needed to continue to take the blame. And yet, you believe me? Nerissa chuckles. I did not. As I meditate, I had a vision of Aletheia smiling beside you. She she leads you back onto the road and you continue walking toward the temple. And what does your goddess tell you now of the demon Unrule's plan? In what way does he seek a permanent body in this world? Nerissa shakes her head. Mortals and gods do not converse as you and I do now. Divine messages are subtle and lack detail. Anything more risk anger from the other gods. And so, as answer to your question, I do not know. I hope one of our high priests can help. Lydia's temple stands ahead of you. The street here is quiet. Strange. Strange. Joker always stands at the door at this time of morning, Nerissa frowns. It is a new day and Lydia shall grant me her healing breath. Again, Hold a minute. The cleric then appeared to go into a meditative trance for a minute or so, after which she lays her hand upon your shoulder. You feel warm tingling spread throughout your body as your wounds heal and your strength restored. Okay, can we have life points now? Narisa heals herself and then the two of you strides onward toward the temple. The front door stands open. Inside, bodies are strewn about. Puddles of blood mar the otherwise perfectly white floor. Knew it. Bloody splatter, bloody splatters against the walls and symbols in blood are everywhere. Everything is still like a horrible painting. Norisa's mouth hangs open in For a moment, disbelief for a moment, and then she said, "I suspect it is only you and I, wizard. By Aletheia, we will make them pay for this." To be continued. Yeah. Okay. Completed Wizard's Choice V2. Survived to the end of Wizard's Choice, huh? Plus 10 points, plus 3 times coins, 6. Okay. Curious what other on the chapter replay you get to see what choice other player made on the first time, though again, you only get to see this when you replay chapters. We don't want to distract you on your first trip though. Okay, so what? Okay, so points 26 total, coins 51, luck 9. Well played. Now you're a fugitive on the trail of your friend's killer. Your total score is 582. Oh, I think I did better than the last time, earning you the reputation of conning and fetching renegade. I'm conning and fetching renegade. The table below shows where you rank. Okay, deadly and absurdly handsome. So conning and fetching renegade, good enough. Conning renegade. Survivor with nice teeth. Weather of the trousers. Okay, weather of the trousers. Well, I did good. I think I did good. 500. What's my score again? 582. Yeah. I did good. I think I did better than last time. I think I was uh on the 1, 2, 3, 4th. So attribute score 582. Yeah. New high score. Hey, you survived. Nice. Interactive fiction reader like you are awesome. Shameless plug. Please aid the blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we finished another chapter of Wizard Choice. Yeah, we're going to continue this some other time. Hope you like this video and tell me more if there's a game similar to this or other games that you want me to play. But yeah, we're still going to finish this and we'll continue this next time. And don't forget to please hit the like button and please subscribe. I need subscribe, I really do. So yeah, we did good. We did good. Our score is 582 and yeah. See you next time. For now, bye bye.